Hi, welcome to my presentation today. It's the capstone written report about the sale of 36 The Orchards in Kinsale, County Cork. My name is Gomnit O'Connell and I'm currently doing the auctioneering and property service apprenticeship. So just a little introduction about me. Firstly, my name is Gomnit O'Connell, as I previously stated. I work for a company called Ingle and Volker, who are estate agents based in Kinsale. I've been working for them for the last 6 years. So I'm currently in year 2 of the auctioneering and property service apprenticeship. Today, my presentation will show the undertaking of the sale of a property as part of my college course and my personal development as an estate agent. These are just some pictures of the exterior of the property I'm having for sale. So a description of the property. So this is a fine mid-terrace house in a family-friendly estate in Kinsale. The house has a total floor area of 81 square metres and is in very good condition. There's a large open plan kitchen cum dining room plus a bright living room. There are 3 bedrooms, the master having an ensuite, and there's a family bathroom. To the exterior of the house, there is a west-facing enclosed garden, and the property has a BER rating of a B3. So in securing the property for sale, firstly, the clients, their initial engagement was by the owners at the end of February. However, unfortunately, due to the pandemic and COVID-19, everything was put on hold. So in June, we engaged again with the clients and gave them their valuation of the property. The letter of engagement was then provided to the client to get the property on the market, as they were happy with the valuation. So the valuation process. So the property was in a good location. It was close to all amenities and school. There were several other properties with similar characteristics that I could use for the valuation. So based on that, I used the valuation metrics and I developed and I concluded that the property value was 265,000. Once I went back to the owners and explained the valuation process and where I got my comparables from and how I came to the price, they were happy to go to market with that price. So that's just some of the valuation. There are 3 properties there that I took from the property price register. Just very similar characteristics and very similar properties. So next we're going to talk about the legal and regulatory part of selling property. So before you can go to the market with a property, you have to have a property service agreement in place. That is legally dictated under Section 43 of the Property Regulation Act 2011. Also part of that is you must have a signed GDPR consent form as per for the General Data Protection Regulation, and you must also have a BER certificate and advisory report. They are all legal and regulatory requirements for any property going to market for sale. So after the sale is agreed, then the legal requirements are to secure a deposit. So you send a payment request to get the property deposit from the purchasers. And then the estate agent will provide sales advice notices to the vendor and the buyer's solicitors outlining the conditions of the sale. After that, the solicitor will start the conveyancing process. So this is your BER certificate that the client will provide to you before they go to the sale. And then this is the AMV letter of evidence. This is provided as part of the property service agreement initially on engagement with the client. So the building and fire regulations are very important to the sale and to any property. So there are 2 ways of finding out whether they comply. So your first is your BER advisory report. Must be done before a house goes to market. It is a legal requirement. The second isn't a legal requirement, but it is advisable to all clients to get an engineer's report done on the property. This will highlight to clients in the report whether their property meets the Building Control Act of 1990 to 2014. There are sections in that, there are several sections. Ones I've highlighted here are Part A, which details the structure, Part B, which is the fire safety, and Part K, which is stairways, ladders, ramps and guards. The engineer's report will highlight if your property doesn't comply with any of these regulations. Luckily for us, the engineer's report on this property said it was built in compliance with the Building Control Acts. So the next section is our marketing plan. So at England Vulker, we try to ensure that we advertise the property as well as we can for our clients. So first of all, we'll create a brochure through our CRM system. The next, we'll advertise it through our own England Vulker website. Then we'll use other property portals. So we'll use Daft, My Home, rightmove.co.uk and Prime Location. We'll also take out advertising in a newspaper. For example, we might do the Examiner property section. We'll send an email newsletter once a month to all clients on our database. And we'll also launch it on social media. So we might put it up on Instagram and Facebook. We'll also do a floor plan. We'll do a 3D floor plan for the clients. And we'll also put up a for sale board. Once we have the property service agreement and we have all the pictures and videos, once we get it all on the CRM system, we can go live within 24 hours. So in conclusion, so first of all, let's say the sale of the property was definitely affected by the pandemic. It delayed it coming to the market. However, once the property came to the market, there was great interest in it. We had a lot of viewings, and luckily we had 2 clients who came back to offer the full asking. Now, we went and sat down with my mentor and discussed the offers and the financial situation of both clients. Then we spoke to our client about both of these offers and the situation of both of them. And they determined the best offer for them, and they agreed on one client. So the sale agreed. So these are just some pictures of the property itself. In conclusion, that is my presentation on 36 The Orchards. If you have any questions or would like to follow up with me, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation today.